After yet another loss to the Boston Red Sox, can the Blue Jays hang on for the AL East crown? Hey everyone, welcome into another edition of Long Ball. Rob Wong and Toronto Sun Blue Jays writer Rob Longley with you. And Rob, as Max Scherzer said after the game on Wednesday, baseball could flip in a heartbeat, and boy has it. The Blue Jays coughing up a 4-game lead in the division over a week and are now tied with the Yankees for first place. Luckily, Toronto does hold the tiebreaker, and with just 4 games remaining for each team, the Jays still need 4 of those 8 games to break their way. Rob, what has gone wrong for this Blue Jays team?
Well, Rob, is this our regular 5-minute segment, or are we going longer? Because I don't think we can sum it all up in 5 minutes. No, there's been so much that's gone wrong lately, and it's really kind of hard to watch, isn't it? A team that had played with so much confidence and so much consistency for a good chunk of the season seems to have lost both of those elements, and it's becoming a tire fire rather rapidly here, losing 6 of their last 7. They can't score runs against anybody, it seems. There's all kinds of questions with the starting rotation, from Max Scherzer, who struggled again in the first inning last night, from Chris Bassett, who's on the IL, to Jose Barrios, who's out of the rotation completely. All of a sudden, one of the strengths of the team is one of the big question marks. And when we're talking about the offense and the inability to score runs, I guess we're left to really wonder if perhaps these guys, and full credit to them, but a lot of these guys had overachieved for much of the season, because now their ability to score runs, to manufacture runs, just seems to have abandoned them. And there's all sorts of reasons for it, I guess. Guys who are probably getting a little tired, not having played as many games in the major leagues in one season before. Guys like Addison Barger and Ernie Clement and Alejandro Kirk are all fighting it a little bit at the plate. But to me, the biggest thing that stands out offensively is the absence of Bo Bichette. Not having him in that lineup, their top hitter through most of the season, is really starting to exact a price right now. And I think for the doom and gloomers out there, I don't even know when we're going to see him back. I saw him around the Rogers Center on Wednesday night, and he's got a pretty sizable brace on that left knee. Now that's precautionary for sure, but it speaks to wherever he is in his rehab right now. He's not able to do a whole lot, so we can't expect to see Bo Bichette anytime soon. And I really wonder if we're going to see much from that offense anytime soon. And as you mentioned, Rob, they better do it soon, because time's running out, and all of a sudden they're in a draw with the Yankees heading into action on Thursday night.
Yeah, and when it comes to the offense, you kind of touched on it. The loss of Bo Bichette is huge, but just the fact that so many guys are struggling at this point. Even a guy like George Springer, who is phenomenal all season long, is going through a bit of a rut right now. That being said, if an umpire call changed the other night, maybe the numbers look a little bit different for this Blue Jays team. But when you're going through tough times, Rob, you're always trying to look for positives, something to hang your hat on. Are there any silver linings with this team right now, in your opinion?
Well, Rob, I'm not really a glass half full guy, as you know, so it's a bit of a reach to come up with some things. I guess the most obvious one is that they're still in the quote unquote driver's seat. Yes, they're tied with the Yankees right now with 4 games to go, and they do have the tiebreaker. And as we keep hearing people tell us, if the Blue Jays were told that they could be in that situation in April, they'd gladly take it. But to me, that's a bit of a crock too, right? Because 8 days ago, they were 5 games up in the division, and it was a virtual lock that they were going to clinch the East at that point. It got so crazy that the Jays and Sportsnet teamed together to lobby Major League Baseball to simulcast last Friday's Apple TV game, because they thought that by this week the games wouldn't matter much. Well, of course, for this Friday's game is back on Apple TV, and it's really one of the most critical games of the season. So yeah, it's pretty much unbelievable to see how it's gotten to this point. And you're really kind of grasping at some straws right now to find those optimistic takes to get them through the rest of it. Maybe it's simply that they have to channel what got them to this point to begin with. The fact that they are a team that is pretty good for the most part at wiping out yesterday and looking forward to today. But when you lose 6 of 7 coming down the stretch, and when you lose that 5-game lead over just over a week, I would have to think that some doubts start to creep in. So that resolve is going to be put to the test over the remaining games in the final homestand. And again, the doom and gloomers, like, we could be talking a week from now, Rob, and their season could be over. And there's no way that if we would have had this discussion a week ago, we would not have even thought of that as a possibility. But the wild card rounds, best of 3 wild card round starts on Tuesday, and it's just so crazy to me to think that it could be over this quickly. But you know what? They're a team that they have overachieved. They're a team that has played with a fair bit of confidence for much of the season, and perhaps they can turn it around here over the weekend. The Yankees aren't exactly a juggernaut, haven't been a juggernaut all season, but they're playing with some extreme confidence right now. So it's not going to come easily. It's going to be a very interesting and probably a very dramatic final week of the Major League Baseball regular season.
Well, it tends to always come down to the final week, no matter where things stand. I think all you have to do is look at the AL Central right now and what's going on with the Tigers and Guardians battling out for that divisional crown. So the Blue Jays still in the driver's seat, as you mentioned. They win the next game here, and all of a sudden the odds improve in their favor. So things can change pretty quickly. We'll see if they can avoid the sweep at the hands of the Red Sox. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For Rob Longley, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you on the next one.